And we are now recording the February 17th, 2017 Small Business Accounting Advisors. Hello, everyone. And Melissa, who is our special guest?
This is Liam. He is 7 months old today.
Oh.
Happy birthday, 7 months old, Liam.
Yes, and he's a very good helper. He is going to join my crew of office assistants.
Good.
All of my kids are my office assistants.
Awesome.
Yes.
He'll provide the smiles.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's really good at shredding.
Oh, good. Good.
He's his own personal shredder. You know, he just rips the papers up himself.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So my daughter was, when she was, younger, she used to kind of go through my books and start tearing stuff out.
Yeah. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yep. You didn't need that, did you, Dad?
No. Fortunately, Scotch tape, I can just tape it back together. It was like,
As long as she didn't eat it.
yeah.
So let's talk about the California Dam. Silence now. We had all that we were going to say.
I live in New York, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't watch the national news, and I don't blame you. I probably
No, if it doesn't come across my Facebook feed, I don't.
That's how I get the news too, Joanne. Don't worry.
There you go, your Facebook feed. Okay,
Yeah.
I have to post something on it. It's the tallest
Facebook
dam
or
in the
Twitter.
It's the tallest dam in the United States. It's taller than the Hoover Dam. It's 770 feet tall. And when they built it, they didn't really finish it all the way up. And they were going to go back later and do that, and they didn't. Because California never has enough money for that.
This is like about 50 years ago, wasn't it? It was built, or 50, 60 years ago?
I think it was, yes.
Yeah.
And they've been sued in 2005, I believe, in 2010 by environmental organizations saying that, this dam could fail and it's wipe out the Redding salamander or something like that. Some endangered species. But it looks like for right now they've gotten the water level down, and so unless this is very weird, they should make it through okay.
Well, we hope. The pictures that I saw were very devastating.
Oh, they
They
are.
weren't even using the regular spillway. They were on the special spillway, and
What they would have 200,000 people downstream that had to evacuate all of a sudden.
people evacuated.
That's
kinds of
it's all
stuff.
true.
And
That'd be pretty-
now you're in for the storm of the century, 100% rain coming.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's so funny because last year was supposed to be the El Nino year, which is when all the rain comes. We got like hardly any rain, and now
Right.
this year we're just getting dumped. So that massive drought that we had, that we were all like, California was about to shrivel up and die. Now we're just getting soaked to the bone, which this is what's so funny is all these people are freaky. They freak out when we have no rain, and then we get the rain and they freak out and they're like, what average rainfall? It's like, there's no average rainfall. This is how weather in California works. It's all or nothing. It's
These are
just
famine.
Well, right.
You get rain or you don't.
exactly.
According to my app, let me see. I can't really see it, but it's in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It should start pouring outside.
All right. Well, it's quite windy outside at my house, and I'm only, about 60 miles south of you? Southeast, west?
Well, you're
What?
probably about 30 miles south and 30 miles east. You're in a diagonal. You're southwest.
Yeah. There we go.
So on the other side of the United States, Misha is sucking all the snow up from us. We got hardly anything, and they got buku tons of snow.
Wow.
And you, Joanne, what's it doing where you're at?
Snowing.
Snowing.
You look so excited about that, Joanne.
It's part of my life. There's nothing new.
It's
Shoveling
tiresome.
snow. It's pretty much that this is
what you do in the winter this time of year?
winter. Nothing new.
I had a friend who lives in Massachusetts, and her husband's car got they accidentally parked on the main street instead of the side street. Her husband's car got totaled by the snowplow.
Oh, jeez.
Well, actually, I did see something funny on Facebook that somebody posted that lives in Syracuse, where I live, and they said something like, "There's two things that somebody in Syracuse can say. One is that we've had over 100 inches of snow this year, and two, it's been a mild winter." It's been really mild.
I love
We've
it.
had 100 inches.
Well, I guess it has to be mild to get those 100 inches. I don't know.
I used to live up that way. I lived in Syracuse for a short time, and it seemed like the really heavy snow belt was a little bit north, though, wasn't it? Or no?
Well, I mean, they get hit hard there, but it comes right down to. I'm in that area because I'm just north of Syracuse.
Yep.
I'm about 15, 20 minutes north of Syracuse, and
Yeah.
then but it's pretty much the whole area.
It's
Got
that lake effect snow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just east of the lake, pick it up from the lake and dump it on Joanne.
I
And
just put
Misha
a,
must not even be near her computer, because I know she had a rough week this week.
She did. I've heard all about it.
Oh.
No, Misha.
Where are you, Misha?
I was on the phone.
We're
Okay.
talking about you.
Did you say good things?
Oh,
You said it snowed a
You'll
lot.
have to watch the replay. Shh.
You know
Maybe.
what? You guys are crazy. Are we
That's
talking
what
about
happy hours all about, girlfriend.
I know, right? It's been, trust me, it's been one of those. It's been a honey badger of a week, a month actually, and it's only the 17th of February.
Right.
The scam thing, right?
Yeah.
So I got a phone call early this morning. A client said, "Oh, I got a voicemail from it was an automated recording, and it said that there's an arrest warrant out there for me because I owe the IRS money, and they're going to arrest me now and take my property." And I'm like, no. So we, of course, I talked him down off a ledge, and you know how men do, try to mansplain, but I fixed that, and I said, no, it doesn't work that way. So trust me, I would have known if he was going to get arrested for something. So I said, don't call the number, don't give out any information. Glad you called me, blah blah blah. Then I'm here and I'm on another thing, and I got another phone call. Actually, I got a text message, and another client, the same thing. Same voicemail. And I'm like, okay. So she actually screenshotted the voicemail because it translated it from audio to text. So I used that, and I created this post. Let me show you on my Facebook page, on my business page. And so I did the whole warning, and I actually was able to put a copy of the text right in there with the scam. And I'm trying to share it with everybody that I know on my Facebook and on my thing. And I'm going to draft up an email to all of my clients, just, notice it. And then I got to reply to the post from one of my other clients who said, I just got this phone call.
Well, it's a good thing you put it out there for her.
Yes. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, that's kind of sketchy that 3 of my clients back to back.
Yeah.
Hitting up the Northeast.
But I have 1 guy in Rhode Island and 2 in Boston. So now I'm like, okay, what's going on? Who has my information?
Oh, you think it's because they're your clients?
I don't know. I'm like,
Happening all over the world.
it's weird to have it happen 3 in a row.
Right.
But the 3 in a row, everybody
Got it.
reached out
To you.
to me.
Hey, you got them trained.
And
right.
that's what I wanted. I want them to, that first time you get that, don't go calling or giving out your information. You call me and say, this is what's going on.
Right.
No, but I drafted this up quickly and threw it up there. And I've posted it in a few of the groups that I'm in.
I'm totally going to share this to my page from yours.
Okay, yeah. This one was specific, because again, I literally, this is the translation from my client's cell phone. So it converted it from a voice message to text, so you can see what they're really saying, and it included the phone number that they said to call me back at this phone number.
Right.
So, and then I actually did a Google search for this particular number, and yes, it is through it is a scammer number that's kind of going around.
Have you gotten that scam that's being sent to tax preparers saying that my accountant died and I'm looking for a new accountant? I've seen that one.
Well, I try not to like, and the thing is, with all of the QuickBooks scams that we've been getting, I want to say I may have ignored somebody who actually reached out to me. I'm like, yeah, you look kind of suspicious. Usually don't put a lot of information, but this person like gave me like a whole Bible, and I was like, now that even scared me more because I'm like, things were linked, and like, I'm like, I'm not clicking nothing. If you really want to find me or you really need my help, you gonna pick up the phone. You gonna call me.
Well, the thing is, everyone's information is so out there these days.
Yeah.
You want to advertise. You want people to see you. And this is all part of it. You get the scammers too.
But the thing is, I don't advertise. That's the problem. The most advertising I do, shh, Joanne, stop doing that right now. I know you're saying something right there. Don't do it. I don't ever. The only place I really have advertised is on Facebook. That's it. I haven't done like media, like posters or ads, locally or anything like that. I haven't done any of that. The only place I've really, and that was because Joanne was showing me and teaching me how to kind of navigate that, and I was doing a lot of like very basic testing of that stuff. So I'm just like, it just, again, my suspicious mind, I'm like, okay, that's 3 in a row.
Right, exactly.
So now I'm like starting to like worry. But the thing is, I don't remember putting their phone numbers anywhere.
Like Misha, you don't need to. You do not need to. Everybody's phone number and address practically are out there.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm part of a business group, and we're doing a membership kickoff, and people send texts, don't have all the information, so I Google it. I get phone numbers, I get emails, I get, lots of ways.
I know, but again.
It's all out there. You've got to put it out there to be found. You just have to be smart enough to know when not to respond.
I guess one of the good things is Google has decided to block JavaScript. I think the beginning of the week, I think they started automatically blocking in Gmail, blocking any JavaScript. And I think that's a wonderful thing.
What is JavaScript anyway?
Why is that important? Is that spammers use?
A lot, because they'll embed that with an attachment very often in an email or something like that,
Oh, okay.
I don't open, if I don't know you, I'm not going to open your email. Even if I know you and I do business with you, and you send me an email, say, click here for, no. I will go open a new browser. I will open my account that way. I never click a link within an email.
Yeah, I know. They're getting sneakier.
They're getting sneakier because
in a picture, they hide it in a picture sometimes. They have these I'm not really up on it in programming. Probably Sarah Laidlaw knows better, but Windows has what is it? Windows
Defender?
An automatic file system that automatically accepts things, and it's really intended for the system, so the system can talk to the various services.
They're trying to sneak in the back door.
Yeah, so they craft these things, especially with JavaScript. So.
And Sarah, you were going to say?
Oh,
Mark?
Yeah, Mark had, he's the IT director, and they're over 100 accountants in 3 locations now, and he was down in Miami, and I don't know how they got it. I guess email went out to the staff that looked like it came from the partner, and it said, "Here's the file I want you to look at," or something like that, and it, boom, 3 of them clicked them.
Of course they did, because they thought it was a
They
staff
thought it was
member.
from him.
Right.
So
I think your
it isn't just
microphone
from
is,
somebody that you don't know. It's, does he write like that? Would it have been that short? Is that? But see, that was his style. I think was, yeah. Well, he'll just attach stuff with nothing, So, boom, there were 3 accounts with no computers
wow.
in the middle of tax season, and he's building new stuff, and it'll make an office go to a screeching halt.
Absolutely.
How scary that these are,
Absolutely.
intelligent people that went, what?
Sarah, I think we're getting a little bit of feedback from you. Is your
Am I too
mic,
far away from the mic?
whatever it is that you just did, I think fixed it.
My phone was right in front of the thing.
I put the microphone closer to my mouth, my big mouth.
Well, Miss Sarah Laidlaw, I wanted to talk to you. You had 2 things this week that you were doing backflips over.
Yeah.
Mineral Tree,
Mineral Tree.
AppSumo.
And then I am bad girl in AppSumo. But I'll get they'll come up with, especially with startups, they'll say, all right, it's a subscription app, but we'll give you a lifetime for, whatever. So I got a new one, except that after I bought it, I said, I'm going to have to ask, I really don't know what I bought. Let's see. Convert Player Review. And apparently you can take your YouTube videos and put your MailChimp or whatever embedded in the video. You can, I wouldn't do this, but some people say, you starts the video and it says, hey, give me your name and address, and then you let you see the rest of the video. But really, it's a way to capture email subscribers.
Oh, okay.
So
Because honestly, in YouTube, you can do that yourself.
yeah,
We call them iCards. And you can put your own advertising anywhere that you want in YouTube.
I didn't know that. So maybe I didn't need to get this.
Joanne's a YouTube.
It looked pretty neat.
Yes, you can do it yourself. You can do it with end slates, iCards. Yeah, you can put a big huge box on the thing. I mean, it might not be.
Capture overlay.
I would have to see how AppSumo actually works inside of YouTube, but odds are it's kind of very similar, doing the same thing. It's probably more obtrusive than you normally should just go with what's in the native platform.
Well, it has a lot of formatting and colors and size, and seemed interesting.
It's probably a whole lot easier to use than YouTube too.
Well, there's got to be something. I mean, I might be misunderstanding what it's doing, because there's no way it's going to allow it to do an actual overlay inside of YouTube itself to have a click, but it's probably something, I'm assuming, that's going to take the YouTube video, embed something over it so that you can put it on your website to have an opt-in. That I could see it potentially working, but I can't see how this could circumvent what the normal software that's embedded inside of YouTube that everybody else has to play with, that has the ability to play with. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess I'd have to read into it to see if it's something where, yeah, it takes your YouTube video, puts all this pretty overlay so that you can put it on your website or share it on other social media with an opt-in. That might be different than not just actually somebody watching a video on YouTube.
Ah, okay. So
You see
maybe
what I'm
I
saying?
misunderstood YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, without me looking into it, I can't comment on it. But I would, for me, because of the fact that I do so many videos on YouTube, I would find it hard to believe that there would be something that's going to allow them to do different types of opt-ins other than what everybody else has the ability to have.
Oh, I see. It says
On the
YouTube
platform.
and Vimeo approved. Embed both your
Yeah.
YouTube and Vimeo on your site.
Yeah, so it's
They
all
play
it is.
well with
Yeah,
conversion.
all it is taking a YouTube video and putting a pretty little thing on it so that people could click on it instead of having a form above it or below it. So.
Well, it has the pricing was like, where'd it go?
It was ridiculously cheap. I mean, when you consider a year for what, $39?
Oh, I got unlimited. No, lifetime.
Lifetime.
What's the name
I
of
think
it?
I got lifetime.
This one says $49 a year.
But it was AppSum will do these deals where you'll just do 39 and I have a lifetime.
What's
So
the name
that's
of
why
the
I
program?
jumped on it.
AppSumo.
Well, what else does it do besides just putting
AppSumo.
that stuff over a video?
You said you were having fun with it. What did you do?
Oh,
I
isn't
just
it
bought
like
it.
one of
I
those
didn't touch it.
cartoon things where like it makes animation videos and stuff like that?
Oh,
Oh.
that's the brain.
That was another app you were playing with.
Well, I'm looking. What's the website for this app?
Patchen and I got on AppSum too.
Yeah, I'm looking up AppSumo, and then it says, and it has a bunch of things, and it mentions, and all it does is it goes right to this animation thing when I type in AppSumo.
AppSumo is a marketing group where different programs market their products through AppSumo. So it's like a deals site, and they do
I
special
gotcha.
flash-
Coupons.
Yeah.
It's like great coupons.
Oh, I gotcha.
Like, so I got that, their big one, like, they're the ones that do the deposit photo deals every so often for, you get like 100 credits for like $25 on deposit photos and stuff, which is, you know, like a nicer end stock photography rather than just like,
Oh,
but yeah. And
I think I got
they did Webinar Jam, a lifetime deal.
I gotcha. It's like an Amazon, eBay for different app
for
stores.
software,
No,
for apps.
I gotcha. Well, like I said, that one thing that you're talking about, you just read the fine print, but it sounds like it's just a way to embed your videos and to have an opt-in.
Okay, but it looks a little more user friendly for newbies like me.
Yeah, I guess so.
A stencil. I
just don't see the purpose of it if YouTube does it yourself. And if you're gonna have your own opt-in on your website, I don't really. It seems to me like it's a duplication of an effort that's already probably going to be there.
Yeah, except that you got to make it easier for the person. So I got a lifetime of unlimited lifetime deal with stock unlimited photographs, and then I have a lifetime with stencil. I really like stencil. So anyway.
Nice.
All right, and then did y'all want to hear about Mineral Tree?
Mineral Tree, yes. They're contacting me too. They asked me from QB Power Hour. It actually came from. Is that where you heard them?
No, how did I hear about it? I don't know. Oh, I've just been looking for a replacement for Bill.com because I hate Bill. I love the idea behind Bill.com. Automate accounts payable. And, you know, this chasing after, you know, especially the little clients, they can't afford Bill.com. So, you know, we're chasing after signatures and we're mailing checks. And I'm like, all right, we have to stop. If we're going to be a modern firm, we've got to get off of all this old printing, signing stuff.
No, it is a different way of thinking.
It's a different way of thinking. And, you know, my clients are nonprofits and I've got to insert that audit trail for the approval process. And we've got, they're filling out forms, and then they sign for coding forms, and then it's authorized on the form, and it's part of the scanning, and it's just like, So I looked at demos, Beanworks, and, all these other ones. So the one that got me going, got the juices going, was the Mineral Tree. And I've seen the booths at SleaterCon and stuff like that. And you go to their website, and the minimum fees, $295 or whatever, and you go, whoa, right off the bat, I don't even look at them, because like, what client can afford $295?
Right, exactly.
So I don't remember what got me playing in there. They had a case study of a homeowners association's like bookkeeping company or accounting company. They had multiple homeowners, multiple QuickBooks files. So I saw it goes to multiple QuickBooks files. Bill.com doesn't do that. And it even said in the blog about how they have little clients that do, 5 checks a month. And I'm like, what? So I'm thinking, all right. So here's their models, much different than Bill.com. The problem is, I did a cost analysis last night of the different billing models. Okay. But before I even go there, let me just tell you, if you're familiar with Bill.com interfaces with QuickBooks in a one-way sync. You have to put the bills up in the cloud. It's chunky, it's clunky, it's okay. It's slow as molasses for us because we're so fast in desktop. It also, what's the word? They draft all the money when you do a payables run. They draft all the money out of your account. It's 2-3 days before, checks. It's the turnaround time is just horrendous. Okay.
You're still talking Bill.com.
Bill.com. I'm just going to tell you what my gripes are. Okay. Approval process, great. Audit trails, great. But they charge per user and they charge per QuickBooks file.
So they only allow you to do up to $5,000 at a time.
So we're talking $40 to $80 a month, and we haven't even gotten to the fees yet. The first transaction fees yet. So then their big thing is, well, get it on ACH, and it's only 50 cents instead of $1.49. But in order to get your vendor on ACH, you send them an invite. They get spammed. They've got to join. I do like that they collect the ACH information, and I don't. So they got a heads up there. But biggest reason I'm leaving Bill.com, I had a S Corp vendor. Was not checked for, eligible for 1099 and everything. Got an invoice, and I invite the S Corp. The person at the other end of the email set up a Bill.com for that check to go into their individual's account and the individual's name. It synced back to QuickBooks and changed my vendor information. And I caught it,
Right,
and
right.
I'm like, holy mackerel. If I were processing a ton of work,
You would never catch it.
So if you go to the second screen buried in QuickBooks, print on check as, is now this person's individual name. So, and went into, ACHs. So that scared the flip out of me. So, all right. So they what is the word I'm looking for? Not that archive your money. They, what's the word? They, anyway. All right. So yeah, let me get my, my notes. Okay. So anyway, so I started looking for a competitor to Bill.com, still thinking I could only do it with the larger clients. Okay, because it is very expensive to do. I sat down and we analyzed all our clients, and we really are cheating in that we are doing a lot of clients where we use the client's login to the bank, and we've got QuickBooks on one screen and we're going into their bank account and we're paying bills online. Okay. Because the clients, fortunately, we've had them for a long time, and I've had my staff a long time, but you know, they just like, we don't chase us for signatures, just go pay bills. You know, it becomes a convenience thing, and they risk the security because it's convenient.
You need to plug your ears.
I need to get out of that business. So MineralTree, I caught my eye because they don't take your money, right? First of all, it has a two-way sync, which means I can put bills in desktop or bills up in the cloud, and it's constantly syncing. I don't have to have an app on my desktop and, you know, we process and then we forgot to sync. You know, it's an automatic thing. And when you do a check run, they send out checks with your account number, which Bill.com says that, you know, that's one reason they don't do checks with your check numbers, but it clears the bank when it clears the bank. So really and the relationship with MineralTree started with the banks. They are a back end for banks' online banking. They actually started off as a program for the banks.
And you use it in your QuickBooks Online account? So you're just in QuickBooks doing what you normally do?
Yeah.
And MineralTree sends it out?
MineralTree does the approval, you know, and yeah. So getting the OCR, they've got a whole inbox thing where they'll put the bills in for you. Once I took the OCR out, because I'm going to touch and feel that bill anyway, and I'm so fast and it quick fills, and you know, so that got the price down. But the biggest thing with MineralTree was I'm billed per volume, not per client. So I go into MineralTree and I have a drop-down list of all my clients, and I just go work on the client. And if they pay 5 bills, I don't have that per client charge. So now I can absorb the little guys and offer the service to my little guys, which I haven't been able to do before. The problem is the price point. Once you get up over 40 bills a month, that's about the neck and neck with Bill.com. When you start going higher, MineralTree's higher. 120 with, I had one, they had 2 QuickBooks files, 6 users, 120 bills. It was about neck and neck. But then if you have 1 QuickBooks file and 2 users, Bill.com is so much less. I mean, MineralTree starts getting too expensive because they only charge per transaction. There's no unlimited users, unlimited QuickBooks files, unlimited clients. I can even work on payables at my machine here, just a MineralTree, and the client who has the QuickBooks file can interface and it shows up in their QuickBooks file. So then I started thinking, oh, I haven't been able to do that. I haven't been able to offer accounts payable services for clients who have to have they have so many users or point of sale or whatever, and they've got to keep the data file. I said, that's okay. I can come in, log me in, and on my account, do accounts payable. So I think it's a superior product. The user interface is beautiful. It flows better. It's just that it's just gonna get pricey for the bigger guys. So anyway,
So-
that was my
How big a company is it? I mean, in terms of
they've been around for 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really they're becoming a force to reckon with. But see, they got smart. They're going after the accounting firms.
It
So I
gives
think what I'm going to do is I'm going to become a reseller and recommend
it gives
for-
separation of duties too, right?
Yeah. Well, see, that's why I've got to do this. I've got to do this because I want to be able to handle all the accounts payable and get out of the banking. I've got to get out of the banking. And now with unlimited users, I just invite all the auditors, and it's got the all the vendor files. It's got
The audit trail, and they
All
can
the
print
audit
out any
trail.
files they want, or any documents or bills.
paperless. So I have a couple questions for him on how it works a little different with bill.com with multi-page. Like with bill.com, a client can just upload a PDF of all their bills for the week, and I can go page 1, 2, 3, put in the bill, and it just
Mhm.
and 4, 5, 6 is another. I don't know how it does that, but
Well, that was my question, how it gets the information in. Is it all scanning? Can you email? Can you
email it
fax in?
in. You can email it in. You can drag and drop it. You can upload. So yeah. And it's not worth the extra buck a transaction or whatever it is, $1.50 a transaction to have them OCR it, because
And what does OCR do for you?
it will take an invoice and it'll gleam the vendor name, address, the amount. Okay. But you get into splitting, or how do you want your memo, or
Yeah, things could get
I'm
confused.
serious. We touch and feel these bills. So I don't really see this whole machines doing your accounts payable. Now there's the other thing MineralTree does that bill.com does. It has so many different kinds of payment options. Like you have some people will pay an accounts payable bill with their credit card. They also have their own type credit cards, so you get cash rebates.
Oh, nice.
There's some ERP level, enterprise level things where the large companies will you pay bills through their I don't know, he got in over my head because I don't work with clients of that size, but there's some sort of a card. It's almost like I think wiring is going to be included. That's coming.
Wow. Well, I wonder if you can wire overseas.
And yeah, they're bringing in Canada. They've already got Canada. I think it was this week, but international's coming.
Nice.
So the other thing that costs more than bill.com is bill.com just gives you 10,000 videos to teach yourself how to set it up. That's why it's so hard to set it up. But they talk to you for a long time, exactly what kind of client, what your knowledge is and all that. And then I think they just sort of quoted me a setup. So it was it'll be $250 to set it up, but this is normally it's $1,000. They're doing more complex companies. So if you take a $250 minimum a month, $250, it's $500 to get started. So I don't know. We're gonna work on my.
But that would be for you and
that would take care of all my smaller clients.
And that would be for you purchasing it and using it, and not your clients.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Those are all my in-house outsourced accounting
bills.
But what I want to do is implement it where I'm the controller, where I've got a team of payables and receivables and all that at a client site, and implement it there too.
Got it. Now, does it do receivables?
No.
It
That was
only
one of the
pays
first
bills.
questions they had. Somebody on Facebook was like, because I think bill.com. See, bill.com, you join bill.com, become a customer of theirs, and they're the ones floating all this money around. That they're MineralTree doesn't do that. MineralTree is, the turnaround time is 1,000% better on MineralTree. If I do bills in the morning, that thing's going out. The check's going out. You know, Bill.com, oh my gosh. I can get a batch of bills in the morning. They're approved, you know, by the treasurer or whatever at 1 o'clock. Bill.com isn't even going to touch it to the next day. And then it goes out. And then you have the mail. And so one of the biggest complaints is, you know, so you have to weigh, you know, do you want to pay more money for a more, you know, superior product? But anyway, so that was my fun. And the two-way sync is killer.
Well, you have to keep us.
I had dual monitors. So I had MineralTree on one side and QuickBooks on the other, and they don't even mess with onboarding a new vendor. It's just like, just do it in QuickBooks. And I just, you know, so I just keyed it in, and as soon as you see that the vendor is not available in MineralTree, put it in QuickBooks, hit enter, and like a second later, it was on the Mineral screen. Minerals, you know.
I wonder what the breaking point is to keep it at 500 or under 500. They charge for like number of transactions, I guess, right?
Yes, it's basically, now of course it gets cheaper if you have a lot of invoices on one check. My clients don't do that. I'm pretty much an invoice check. So, you know, it's a $1 for the check and $1.50 for the bill. So say $2.50 for a transaction, and it's just based on transactions. So it doesn't matter which client. So if I buy the minimum, which is $2.50, I can pay 100 bills.
From any client.
That'll take care of all my little guys.
And you have all the clients set up with their banking information and all of that?
And they help me onboard it. The training, the $250 setup, that becomes your support contact, really. They will help me onboard all these clients, get the bank, you know, talking. Oh, I forgot the best thing. When you go into MineralTree, it syncs with QuickBooks and your bank. It says what your bank balance is. We don't have that in desktop like you do in QBO.
Right. Okay.
So even if somebody goes in and approves bills, they may not see. If you go into Bill.com, they're relying on us to go, hey, cash flow's a little tight. May want to wait on that, you know. So now they can see what it says what the general ledger balance and what's in accounts payable and the whole due date deal, and then what's in the bank. It's syncing with the bank every day.
Nice.
So
nice.
Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of.
You'll have to keep us.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. You know, maybe I'll you know, let's see.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't think you could do the. I think you probably. I don't know how you would pay a Bill.com on your credit card account. Probably just say it's a manual check.
I think there's an other.
Yeah. And then they have multiple ways of doing ACH. They've got a relationship with Western Union, but then there's also I have to figure out exactly how that works, because I think they don't have a way for your vendor to onboard themselves. Which brings me full circle back to what's the best way to collect credit card information, W-9 information, and ACH information.
Right.
I was talking to Mario this morning about how can you share, you know, I've been using ShareFile, and the client could just send a link to their vendor and it'll just go to ShareFile. And then Mark said, well, if anybody can use that link, because I'm in my mind, it's like, well, who would send me a W-9? They found that link, right? He says, no. Can they use that link? Because they know the other end of that link is confidential information. You know, Mr. Security's going crazy. But I don't know. I don't know. This it's just getting too complex.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any real secure way.
Yeah.
Because
So anyway, I'll
if
keep
you
you
do anything
posted
online,
on
anything is only secure as your logon information, period.
right. So
No. But keep us informed, let us know.
okay.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, maybe I'll do maybe when I think once I do my first blog post, then I'll be on a roll. I don't know why I'm hesitating doing my very first blog post. It's like, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the best. It ain't going to be, but I don't know what I'm so afraid of. Sarah, I have a
Just do it.
question.
Jump in. Go ahead.
Okay. Did they say anything about why they named it Mineral Tree?
The name.
Question. That's like one of the complaints with PandaDoc was, I love your system, but what's up with PandaDoc? My
People
complaint.
are like pandas. I don't know.
It's dumb.
Well, I just wondered.
Yeah.
At least with 17 hats, we have a story.
Right.
And so then all of a sudden, well, that's the only words he can say that people in American English can understand is 17 hats.
Mhm.
Okay, got it. So I'm thinking there's a story behind the mineral tree, but I like to know it.
Well, on to About Us. I don't really have an About Us. They've got all the.
Well, that'll be a question from your group then the next time you talk to
Yeah.
support.
There you go.
You can ask them.
There's no like history or anything of the company.
Yeah, you'll have to ask them next time you're on with support. Sarah Prevost, are you with us? Are you out and about?
Is she?
No, I'm here. Hold on. Okay. Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
I just wanted to talk to you about the webinar that you did this week, or you were on this week with Dawn.
Oh yeah. That
And,
was so
and
cool.
you won a one-on-one with her.
I know. I still have to sign up. I got the information, so I'm going to sign up. But I ordered her book.
Her book looks awesome.
Doesn't
I
it?
think all pro advisors should order that book. She goes into a detailed step-by-step how to review. Oh, look, Mary, of course. There she is.
That's awesome.
All right.
This is a book that every single client of mine either buys on their own, and after a few months, if they say they haven't bought it, I actually buy it for them.
Oh, I'm gonna put it on my Amazon store.
Yeah, I actually have it. I'll show you. I actually have it in a book. I actually have it in an audio book.
Number
About-
phobic.
About
yeah,
Kindle.
accounting for the number phobic. You can follow me on any of my social media, and I plug it like all week long because I think
Look, Melissa Whaley has it too.
every small business owner has to own it. Every accounting professional has to own it. Every bookkeeper has to own it. It is the funniest and most creative accounting book I've read, and I'm an adamant reader. Like, I read a lot, and I listen a lot. I do audio books, everything. I'll just tell you a funny story. So when I read this a couple of years ago, about a year ago, I was reading it and I started laughing. And my husband looks at me and he like literally pulls his sunglasses down and he's like, "You're laughing at an accounting book?" And I'm like, "Honey, it's actually really funny." And he's like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "It is. It's really funny. It's a funny book." I mean, that's what it is. She's so darn creative. She's a beautiful writer anyway. Like, she's very eloquent when she speaks. If you guys listen to her webinar, you can just tell she just speaks so beautifully and so passionately. And her writing is the same, but she's funny. So she writes like creatively and with like a really cool, funny style that keeps you going. And she uses a lot of analogies so that way you can stay engaged. Absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. And I tell everybody about it. And at every event, I'm not kidding, at every event I go to, I literally have it on my desk. And then at the very end, after my show or whatever, my public speaking engagement, I'll pull it up and I'm like, and don't go home without buying this book. And they're like, oh my God. And I said, you know why? Because I've never found a book that really just, and I don't want to say this, but I'm going to be honest. It dummies it down. It makes it like, that's why it's called accounting for the number phobic, because people have phobia of numbers. And this allows you allows everyone to get rid of that phobia. Like you're not supposed to be scared of numbers if you're an accountant, if you're a bookkeeper, and if you're a business owner. Like you're not allowed to be scared of numbers. Like, not if you want to be successful, you know? And so that's what the book does. It basically allows you to stop being scared of numbers. So yeah, everyone please get it. It's amazing. And I was so happy that Sarah got that one-on-one. Sarah, oh my God, it's so much value.
Oh my gosh.
I thought you were the perfect recipient, Sarah.
I know, I was so happy. I heard, I'm like, yes! I was so happy for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I was so surprised because I had a hard time getting in to the webinar, and I think it was like 35 minutes into it. Finally, I got a link that said get in, and I was like, oh my God, okay, I'm in. And I had another one going behind. Yeah. And so it had my attention. So of course I'm listening, and I'm just like, okay, this is amazing. I'm trying to screenshot because I missed the segment that said you're going to get this later.
You actually recorded it though. So you have the recording.
Yeah, I didn't catch that, of course, because I had missed that section. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take as much as I can, retain as fast as I can. And
she gave so much information. I mean, seriously, Gina, like everyone on this call, even if you don't want to get her book, just listen to her webinar. Like
it was amazing. And like Sarah, I had the worst time trying to figure out how to get on. It was this Eventbrite thing, and I use Eventbrite. I've been on but for whatever reason, I got the confirmation, all of that, but I could not find the link.
Yeah.
Is it on your?
I was posting it like every hour before the event because so many people were struggling. Jelena like sent me a message like 5 minutes before, and I was actually teaching 2 webinars that day. And she's like, "Where are you? Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm teaching my own webinar right now." Like, we can't get into the damn thing, and I'm like, "Ah!" And so I'm posting, and I'm trying to get ready for my webinar. I'm like, "Oh my God!"
Is it on YouTube now?
Yeah, it's on. I'll post it right now, but it's actually she has a blog called The Hidden Profit, and so if you're ever trying to find anything about her, you can blog you can find her on The Hidden Profit. But I'll send you the recording right now.
Okay, that's cool.
That'd be great because you know what? Shame to say, I could not get in at all. And I signed up for it, and they sent these like 2 tickets and all of this stuff.
Yeah, Larry, don't feel bad. I don't think they kind of struggled in that area, I think.
The other thing too, what was going on in the background was the HubDoc Snap integration. Because that was like at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's why I missed it.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh shoot! Well, I guess I'll watch this." You know, of course, wanted to watch it anyways, but I was like, well, I was trying to prioritize that moment as well as not trying to work on a file while trying to watch all this.
Yeah, that's how my week was too.
Multitask.
Yeah. So I had my computer up. I had my iPad going with one. I had my other computer going with the other. And then my phone, of course, was just going off the hook. So I did the best I could with what I got. And then I was into it. And then when they said that, I was like, gosh, I rarely win anything. I can't believe going on.
There's like 5.
I won.
Yeah, it was a busy day. A very busy
day. Yesterday I had like a noon, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 5.
No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
And Wednesday,
What day was it?
2 at noon. I had,
Yeah.
That was
these webinars are getting to be a little addictive.
They are, but and you never know which one's going to be really good until you're in it.
But you know what I always do? I literally just register for all of them. Because that way, like this morning,
Yeah.
all my emails, because I actually have a filter like most of us. Joanne's amazing about it too, where I have my Gmail filter where everything that says like go to meeting or go to webinar or that, it goes into an actual filter that says recordings to watch later. So I don't even get the emails because I would get so many. And then on Fridays, I go into that folder and I start opening the ones that look good. And the ones that are good, I actually save the recording for later. And the ones that are bad, I just delete them. And so I don't miss anything that way.
You are so organized. Oh my goodness.
That's great.
And I'm still getting all the emails. But
Don't get the emails, Gina. It's crazy. I would die if I got all those emails.
Yeah.
It was funny because my son came up. It was 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, "What are you doing? Go to sleep." He's like, "Well, Mom, you're up." I'm like, "But I'm working. Go to sleep. What are you doing?" And he's like, "What are you doing, Mom?" And I said, "You want to know what you're? Come over here since he's already up. He's such a good boy." And he's like, "Mom." And there was like 150 emails. He's like, "Mom." It's so cute though. He's like, "Wow, Mom." And I said, "Well, look at this, son." And I would like click like 50 of them, and I clicked on them because they were a bunch of like Ring Central junk that I get. And I deleted. He's like, well, "That was easy."
Don't you wish it's only been like that?
He's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom." I said, "Yeah, no, that's why I don't worry about it. 150, it'll be 100 in 2 seconds. Look, boom, I deleted everything."
No problem. Well, before we go,
Gina,
yes, go ahead.
guess who finally got Expensify set up for her client?
You.
It's been like a year, hasn't it?
Don't even play. But yeah, she needs it. Like she emailed me this like yesterday and goes, I think we need Expensify by Sunday because this project is kind of getting really big. She's like, I need to be in Copenhagen next week. So yeah, we need Expensify right now.
Wow, and you didn't have enough to do.
So yeah.
In your home, not able to get to the office.
So I had to stop my PandaDoc trial and testing and all of that and switch to that. But she's like, just get it bare bones where we could just load receipts. That way they have them, they snap pictures, it's in there, they can just send it in and we'll deal with the minutia later. So
in other words, she was saying, get ready. You're about ready to get 500 receipts.
Pretty much. And the good thing is, it's only 3 of them right now. So, but they're traveling like going to be crazy. This new project for this confidential client is going to be all over the place. So, but the only way to talk to Expensify is by email. Apparently, you can't call them, and you don't have like the support is just crazy. Like you
have to watch a video.
Yeah, I'm like, who does that?
But
yeah,
the right time of day.
Apparently, but so I've just been going back and forth with this one person, and they just wasn't getting it. I'm like, okay, I got Expensify approved. I'm not using Expensify for my company. I'm managing my client's Expensify like 100%.
Right.
So make that happen. But they were like, oh, you have to do this for your staff. No, listen. I literally did see Jane walk, see Jane fall, see Jane get back up. And I said, me, client, and caps. So I like literally went through and they thought, oh, I get it now. But I still got a ways to go. There's a lot of integration that needs to happen. And then there's a T-Sheets integration with Expensify now, and QuickBooks Desktop, they just added that, so I can actually sync it.
Nice. That'll cut some work out for you.
Definitely.
Nice. Congrats. So I just got a message from Dwayne. He's not going to be able to make it because he's putting finishing touches on his website. So hopefully we'll be able to see Dwayne's new website next week.
All right.
And then he says, have a great weekend, everyone.
Perfect.
So I want to finish out. I'm sorry.
He's up at Intuit today.
Pardon?
Brandon's up at Intuit today. He's
Oh, okay. He did pop on a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that. We did. Yeah, he was at the IRP reseller thingy-mabobber.
Oh, good. So we should get some good information next week from him.
Yeah,
I sure wish I could get an answer on the, I've got a point of sale, but the lady found it on the internet for half the price. And I'm like, and that is $1 million reseller? There's not supposed to advertise higher than MAP?
Well,
And I don't know what to tell her because I'm like, she goes,
it's Intuit. I tell people, listen to me. I'll tell you what Intuit tells me today because tomorrow it's going to be different.
Yeah, and the other thing is sometimes people are reselling that stuff and it's
Right.
already been registered.
And
So
it's very hard. That's
so
why
I said, they're using the icon. They're using, it's like, I mean,
that's why I just do it for the convenience of my client. I am not doing it I'm not in the business of reselling software.
well, I don't know. The commission on a point of sale is really nice.
Yeah, well,
They're starting to the stores that are starting to get sunsetted. I mean, they're all searching, but I could do instead of $2,500, $1,500, but I can't do $700,
right.
$800. So, but
Yeah.
I wanted to hear from the Intuit people because they said that they were going to shut those people down.
They lie. Intuit lies.
well, it's probably more difficult than you realize to get people shut down. When you go through the court system, it takes forever.
Yeah, it's hard to shut down people if they're disobeying what the rules are, because
Right.
I know specifically there's people that are going through that with like people selling things like on Amazon and stuff like that, and they're trying to sell stuff below. They have to go through each individual one and put in requests and and get them to remove it, and it's just.
This seems to be the
Sometimes
biggest
those
culprit.
people just shut down one website and they go do another one.
The only selling point you have at that point then, Sarah, is you.
Well, and I told her,
That's
I
the
said,
answer. They
they're
get
not allowed to
you
do
in
that.
addition, and
I can't get it for that myself, and I'm a
Right.
premier seller. So if you want to risk it,
go for it.
and that's a lot of money, then
Yeah.
Go for it.
go for it. So she's still waffling, but I was trying to. There was something just recently this week how they it was on Tuesday the 14th or something that they really were going to start.
Is that like bootleg software? I mean, are they?
No, no, they're a
It's
reseller.
legit.
They're a
It's
reseller.
legit.
I would get their. Have you gotten their website and their information over to Gina and our people?
Yeah, they're called. They are called.
They're not out of Sacramento, are they?
How about when Walmart was selling box sets of QuickBooks
Well, see,
Pro?
they can do a loss leader, but they're not
They
allowed.
can do it.
They're
They're
not allowed
allowed
to
to.
advertise it.
Yeah.
Right.
I put it on Facebook. What was it?
Well, Costco, has a really good price on right now.
Right, but you're supposed to have to go all the way into the shopping cart to find that discount.
Yeah,
Right.
the Amazons, and that's why you can get Amazon Pro for a lot of times. You can get a lot cheaper than the IRP price because they can just drop it low for a loss leader, and they can do that legally.
Right.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about that though? When you buy it on Amazon, you actually bought it from Intuit. And
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest thing because I was walking through somebody how to do it, click on this, click on this, click on this, and I bought QuickBooks Pro.
Yeah, and that's what I send my people when they want desktop. I send my people to Amazon, but I send them through my affiliate link, and then I get a commission from Amazon.
Oh, good.
So one way or another, you're
So they
going
get the cheaper price than I can get for IRP, and I get a commission on it. So
Right.
It's qbdeal.com.
let me look at it.
What is it?
QB Deal, DEAL.
QB Deal.
And they've got this huge website, and up on the top right it says Intuit $1 Million Club. They're a huge reseller.
Okay.
Now look at point of sale basic 12 new users $749.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm going to change the subject here, and Marietta wanted to talk about Zoom and Facebook Live and backdrops and stuff for our videos.
Or actually, if you want, since it's almost I came late. Sarah, do you want to give me the Cliff Notes version on that cool app? Like I just saw it for a second, but I thought maybe you'd share a little. I know you already did, but
Oh, the app. I haven't even looked at it, but I think Joanne explained better. I think it doesn't sit in.
the video app.
Yeah, it doesn't sit in YouTube. It actually overlays on top of your YouTube and then on your website.
So why would you buy that? Like, I guess, why do you buy that app? What's the point?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
Well, if you look at the little video, it looks interesting that if somebody's watching your videos, you can get real creative with, hey, you want to see more, put it here. And it's just, and for a lifetime subscription, I thought, wow, I'll blow for $39.
So is it like a Camtasia then? What is it then?
No, it's basically a software that will take, like if you have a YouTube video and you put it up on YouTube, right? And then let's say you want to embed it on your website. So what it does is it'll take that YouTube video, it'll help you embed it on your website, but it'll put cute little things to overlay it to help do like maybe call to actions or opt into my email list or whatever you want to do, or, opt into this or blah, blah, blah over the video that's playing on your website. So it doesn't do anything with YouTube. It just pulls that video from YouTube and helps you be able to create a video experience that's a little bit more funkier, I guess, on your website.
And I can link it to my MailChimp.
Yeah, you can do like an opt-in form on it and link it to your MailChimp or your Aweber or whatever.
I like these lifetime things where I can try something.
You get suckered in.
It's a lifetime of the company.
The S does not stand for Sarah.
Have any of you guys, the other question I had is, have any of you guys, if you're doing the Facebook Live and Zoom meeting, are you guys doing that? Are you doing the
No, because you have to have the paid, you have to have the higher version of
No,
Zoom.
Right.
There's two ways of doing it. The first way is you have to have the actual webinar, Zoom webinars, to do it for free. So that's the $55 a month to get the Zoom webinars.
So you can actually connect Zoom and Facebook Live without using like Wirecast?
Yes.
You can do it if you have webinars.
Oh, I have webinars.
Well, there you go. If you pay $55 a month, then you can do it inside of there.
I know a way to do it for free.
Yeah, so do I. That's what I was. There's a bunch of them you can do for
Turn off the recording.
One of them is called, it's OBS Studio is one. It's basically they're open broadcasters that you install on your computer, and you basically kind of capture stuff that's going on your computer, and you can capture the Zoom meeting that's going on. The only thing is that something like that would kind of be a little bit glitchy, I think, than doing a straight stream from Zoom into Facebook Live.
I like the interface.
So there's one that I just found out about for like, if you're just getting started and you want to do just a 2-person Facebook Live from your computer. It's called BeLive.tv.
Mm-hmm.
And it always says, it has their like overlay watermark on it, even if you're on their like paid version.
Mm-hmm.
But they let you do either like a Q&A where you can pull comments and it pops up on the screen as an overlay on Facebook Live, or you can do a 2-person interview, which a lot of people like in my creative online business are using that now. Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to test that one out. It looks really fun.
Yeah. Now, what does the mommypreneur use? I love
she has a very like professional setup.
It's
so
beautiful.
She used Skype. So we were on a Skype call, and then she uses, I think, Wirecast, which is it's a live streaming encoder.
Yeah.
And she has a full professional setup. If you want to learn about professional setups, if you go to Michael Hyatt's Facebook page, I'll type his name in the
Michael Hyatt. Oh my, let me just say that
he has a live video.
Oh my God, your baby is so adorable.
Thank you. He's passed out finally.
Oh, that is like so serious. She literally has her baby passed out on her chest. Like that's I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
This is the only way I can. Oh, you guys, I'm going to be posting pictures this weekend of my new office that's finally finished.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm just curious. So
I see your green background.
Have you started doing that yet, Joanne, or no? Putting it on Facebook Live?
No, I don't see a purpose for it right now for me. Okay. I mean, doing Zoom for that. I mean, if I go to Facebook Live, I just use my phone.
Yeah.
Like, what if you wanted to do an interview though? How would you do it? Would you use that?
I would probably use Zoom I would do my OBS, my open broadcast, because it's free. It's just like an open broadcast software that you download. I would
What is it called? Open OPS?
It's if you go to obsproject.com, but you can Google Open Broadcaster Software. It's very similar to Wirecast or whatever. It's just a free open source way to be able to screen capture your, so you could do a Skype call with somebody and actually record it and have it go live onto Facebook.
So then you can turn on your Facebook Live and it'll basically be streaming what you're doing.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay. Is that what I just put it on there? obsproject.com?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I really want to test it out. I don't even know because I use, as you guys know, I use the Ring Central, so I use the Zoom in the Ring Central, so I definitely don't have the webinar.
Yeah.
So I would rather clear all the stuff first before I spend $55 a month.
Well, I do want to do it. I just need to look at all the other subscriptions that I'm paying for and get rid of a few of the ones I'm not paying for.
You just got to look at what the purpose is, what you're going to do it for. It's, you just don't want to just like go live to go live, but if you have something that's going to be out there, that's going to be on your page, that's going to be, worth people seeing and that to see live. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, you don't really need to be on live unless there's a reason for it to be live. You can always take the video and upload it afterwards.
Sure.
Unless you wanted like a Q&A element to it or something like that. So just keep that in mind when you're, everybody's saying live. It's like, you don't have to be live.
Well, how do people know if there's a Facebook Live going on?
You would have to request notifications. So like when Seth does his thing live, you would, if you engage on it at one point in time, you'll start to get the notifications, or you can click to actually get notified whenever this person broadcasts live, and then you'll get a notification in Facebook.
So that'd be
if
like,
you're following them, you get notification, right? Because I've been getting notifications like crazy now.
Well, it depends. It depends. Like I said, it depends. Sometimes you don't get them. It depends on if you engage with that people's content, you will get the notifications. If I never liked a single post that you did, I would never see any notifications from you.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys.
All righty. Wow. Anything else we want to talk about before we go?
Can I have one final question? And that is, does anybody have preferences between MailChimp and Constant Contact?
MailChimp.
I'm using Constant Contact. That is one of the things I'm getting rid of for MailChimp. I actually did subscribe to MailChimp, I would say probably 2 months ago, with the intention of but the problem is I know Constant Contact. So when something comes up, I'm using what I know because I only have 15 minutes to get this done. I can't relearn everything all over again. So
For me, the difference is it depends on what you're going to use it for. If you're just starting your list from the very beginning and you have a small list and you're not really going to do a lot with like drip campaigns and stuff, then MailChimp's the more cost effective.
Got it.
Other than that, if you have a larger list and you're looking to do a lot more with your list as far as drip campaigns and moving people from one list to another, then Aweber, but Aweber costs more. So MailChimp is probably because MailChimp you can use for free unless you actually want a form, then you have to pay $10 a month.
And I think MailChimp works with a lot more than Constant Contact.
Yeah, MailChimp and Aweber are like the two that are kind of mostly well known, but Constant Contact connects with a lot of people. I used to be on Constant Contact years ago, and I got rid of them for Aweber, and then I just started seeing that I really wasn't using Aweber for what I needed it for, so I just downsized and just went to MailChimp. So
I actually use a really powerful email marketing software called ConvertKit.
ConvertKit, yeah.
But I use it because it has crazy automations and things, and because I'm selling online courses and I have multiple email lists and opt-ins, and that's why I use that. So
yeah, I think one of these days we need you to talk to us about your amazing. I love how you're doing those learning courses and how you implemented it into that one like education online platform. That's like really valuable stuff that we can share on one of these sessions. I love what you're doing, Melissa. It's really cool.
Awesome.
So Gina,
Sometime, Melissa, when you have free time and you're able to
I
join.
know, right? Gina, I got a package the other day from T-Sheets.
Oh, yeah?
On actually Valentine's Day, I came in and it was here. I got this lovely bottle right here. You see it behind me.
Okay. It's a little small.
Looks like a bottle of Coke.
You gonna make me zoom in, aren't you?
Looks like a bottle of Coke.
The things you guys make me do for you.
Well, let me put you on speaker.
Let's see if I can.
Okay. It looks like a Coke bottle with a T.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And I got, of course, some wine stoppers. And then I got let me see if I can get my foot up. See if I can get my foot up there. Woo!
Man, T-shirt socks.
I got socks.
Well, we're trying to guess where this year's Expensicon is going to be, and I guess Tahiti. I still think I'm right. And so they promised and I was like, because I want to go. And but they said, hey, we'll send you a T-shirt. I'm like, I've got lots of T-shirts. Thank you.
Yeah. You don't have lots of trips to Tahiti.
Yeah, I got some pretty cool stuff.
Now it was a gift, so.
I know. Look, I got a nice bottle opener from my for my keychain, and then some awesome stickers.
Cool.
And put that on my laptop.
Well, hopefully I'll get
Say again, Mariette?
next week, and maybe I'll get some.
Get that movement they do where they send $10 on Valentine's and then you're supposed to pay it forward.
That's
You guys get
cool.
I did not get that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a
That's a
random.
great idea.
They just randomly, like to some of the T-sheet pros, they send you $10 with this beautiful card, and it basically says, we want to create this movement to pay it forward. So, you can take it with $10, or you can connect with other people that have got $10 and make it $100 and give back to your community. Such a beautiful thing.
Nice.
And then people, they tag all day, pay it forward, or put your heart into it, or things that are really nice on Valentine's.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was really cool. Yeah. And it's literally a $10 bill. It was funny because my daughter opened it, because whenever I get stuff from vendors, like, they get all excited. And so they're like, Mom, there's money in there. I'm like, what? And I'm like,
A dime?
They're like, not a gift card. I'm like, money, cash.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a really sweet idea. I think it was a very sweet idea.
Okay, we are going to end on that note. So have a great weekend, everyone. See you same time, same place next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.